First of all, thank you for coming and joining today's session. Before we jump in, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Onur. I've been working with Segmentify for 7 years now, and I am the product manager of Growth Solutions and the team lead of the Segmentify product team. As Pelunsu said, what we are going to cover today is the new welcome screen or new dashboard of the Segmentify, what changed and what the data represents on the dashboard and how can we read the data on those tables and reports. Let me share my screen real quick. Yes. One second. You can see my screen right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. There's a little warning pop-up coming up, so I need to be sure. Okay. When you logged into Segmentify panel, you're landing into our new welcome screen, new dashboard. And if you go to another page on the panel, like the catalog screen or the sales report, you can always just click on the top left logo and go back to the welcome screen again. And the default time range of this screen is last 7 days, but you can always change the time range that you want to see the data of the dashboard. And but the last 7 days is the most used one for our customers and for us, because it represents the changes and the things that you want to see on the report. So the default time range is last 7 days, but you can always change it. We can basically divide these report into 2 sections. The first section is the report of the Segmentify performance, the numbers that generated from the Segmentify campaigns and how the Segmentify products or Segmentify campaigns performing on your website. And the second part is your website part, is basically the total statistics of your website independent from the Segmentify. So let's start with the Segmentify performance part. The first 3 data is the total numbers of the Segmentify that Segmentify products generated on your website, the revenue generated by Segmentify, the contribution ratio, and the transactions that coming from the Segmentify. The revenue generated by Segmentify is the revenue that you can see as the revenue that coming from the products that clicked from the Segmentify campaigns. And when the user clicks on a campaign from the website, it can be a recommendation campaign, it can be a search, before search, after search campaign, or it can be an email or push campaign. When the user clicks on a product from the Segmentify widgets or Segmentify campaigns and both buy the Segmentify, the same product in the same session, this product's revenue revenue is calculated as the contribution for the Segmentify, and this is the total revenue generated by the Segmentify all products. As you can see, this is the number of Segmentify generated in the last 7 days. The contribution ratio is the ratio that we can see as the revenue generated by Segmentify divided into the total revenue. It means that 74% of the website's revenue is coming from the Segmentify products, and the transaction number is the number of transactions that includes at least one product that clicked from the Segmentify campaigns or Segmentify products, which is running on the website. The next report is the active campaigns report, is the report that divided into the modules, divided into the Segmentify products. we can see from here that every product that you're using, how many revenue that generated from that product, and how many live campaigns are running currently for that product. For example, for the recommendation, this is our demo account, by the way. And for example, for the recommendation products, we have 13 campaigns running on the website. 13 recommendation widgets are running on the website. And for the last 7 days, those recommendation widgets generated total of 74k euros on the website. Like the other ones, for example, for the engagement, we can see from here that we have 20 engagement campaigns are running on the website, and those campaigns are generated 72,000 euros for the last 7 days. And it goes like this. And you can see how much of the revenue that coming from which module from here. The sum of these numbers is going to be exactly like this. And when you in active campaigns report, you can only see the revenue, but if you want to deep dive into any product's detail reports, you can always click on the see report button here to see the detailed report of that product. For example, if you want to see the detailed report of the recommendation campaigns, recommendation performance, you can click on see report, and you will be redirected into the executive summary for the recommendation. And here you can always see the impression numbers, view numbers, click numbers, and the basket numbers here. And as you can see, the revenue is the same with the one that we show on the new dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. The see report button works like same for all products. For example, if you want to see the detailed report of the email marketing campaigns, you can always click here and see the executive summary of the email campaigns that's sent from the Segmentify. And if you want to add a new campaign to any module that you want, for example, you want to create a new recommendation campaign. Let's say you want to increase the performance of the recommendation, or you are going to have a campaign week next week, for example, and you want to create a new recommendation widgets dedicated to this campaign week, you can always click on the create campaign button, which you will be redirected into our new campaign catalog. And you can select the recommendation campaign you want to place on the website, and you can just go live with that. We are going to have a detailed session for the campaign catalog that we have, and on the next week. And it will be great if you also join this session also.
Can I quickly jump into for a moment, Onur? I'm sharing the registration form link in the chat about this session. Our founder, Murat Soysal, will be diving deeper into the catalog feature, as you mentioned, and you can quickly register from the link.
Thank you. Let me continue. Right next to the active campaigns report is the funnel analysis, which is a basic purchase funnel of your website. And you can see the number of page views, number of product views, and number of baskets, and the number of transactions occurred on the given time period. For example, in the last 7 days, you can see there are almost 600,000 page views on the website, and like 50% of them is the product views, which means I have 300,000 products viewed on my website in the last 7 days. Like 50K of them added to the basket, and I have 863 transactions in the last 7 days. Let me also, deep dive in here. Okay. For the improvement ideas part, we have ideas that you can use on your website with the Segmentify products. This area is changing constantly. So when we create or develop a new feature, a new campaign, we will change here. So you can just follow the improvement ideas when you log into the panel. And if you like to for example, create a query-based banner, you can just click on the Explore button and you will be redirected into the search and discoveries, customization rule definition part. The second part of the welcome screen or the dashboard is your website part, which includes the total statistics of your website. And you can see the total numbers of your website independent from the Segmentify. Like here, you can see the total revenue numbers of your website, the conversion rate, the product view rate, add to basket rate, average order value, and average quantity numbers of your website in the last 7 days. The next two graph is the page view and device type graphics. What we have here is the page view numbers divided into the page types. You can see how many page views that you have into the detailed versions of the page type. For example, how many homepage views I have, how many category, how many product, and other than those 7 important page types, every page view considered as other pages that you may have brand pages on your website, or like campaign pages or other pages that not listed up below above is considered as other pages for that report. And right next to it is the same report, same numbers, page view numbers, but this time divided into the device type. And you can see how many page views that you have from desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. Or sometimes in some of our customers that we have some numbers coming from offline store kiosks or smart TV numbers that considered as other in here, but not that much. Most of the traffic coming from the desktop, tablet, and the mobile devices. For the numbers that we have here, you are also seeing the automated compare of the number that you are seeing here is the, for example, for the revenue generated by Segmentify, I have this number for the last 7 days, and I'm also seeing the previous number for the same time range, previous time range. For example, in here, I have a 22% decrease in the number of revenue generated by Segmentify. This does not always considered as a problem, because it also depends into the total number of revenue that you have. If you just scroll down here, you can see the number of total revenue is also decreased. So it is natural that the number of revenue generated by Segmentify also decreased. And we have the automated compare capability for all this data. You can always see the automated compares when you just mouse over into the data. And if you want to see the compare report, the whole compare report, you can always click here, the compare button, and you will have a model opening, and you will see the numbers for the second period is the last 7 days right now, and before the previous last 7 days. And you can see the numbers here, and you can see the compared numbers here. As you can see, the all graph, all data that you have on the dashboard is also here, so you can compare the data easily. And you can see your website numbers compared here, or Segmentify performance numbers here. As you can see, there's a performance decrease for the Segmentify numbers, and also performance decrease for the your website. So we can consider, for example, the previous date range is a campaign week, for example, and you have more sales and you have more performance from Segmentify naturally. But after the campaign week, you are going into a slow period, and then you will see a decreased performance for both Segmentify and in your website numbers. So it doesn't always considered as a problem. It's also seasonal. You can always change the date range here. You can compare two custom ranges. Also, you don't have to stick into those ones. And for example, if you looked into the last month numbers from the dashboard, and then you go to the compare model, and you will see that the numbers will change automatically, and you can compare between the months easily. Those are the numbers from the April, and those are numbers from the March. Let's okay. Let me see. Do we have any questions from? Not right now.
Onur, while we are waiting, I might ask you a question.
Okay.
Is there any question you get asked repeatedly, or is there something on the dashboard that often gets overlooked, but it's actually important to know?
Actually, there are
questions,
yeah.
I guess.
Yes, and it has two answers. First one is there are two metrics on the dashboard. One of them is the contribution ratio, and one of them is the conversion rate. Those two metrics always confuse people because it has the same initials, by the way. It always stayed with CR, for example. But the main difference between them is the contribution ratio is the main metric that we are using to help our customers to understand the value generated by Segmentify. This is the ratio of revenue generated by Segmentify divided into the total revenue. So it's not something like conversion rate, because sometimes the customer always asks us, it's so high, and with like 60 or 60% of conversion rate is not realistic. So yes, it's not a conversion rate, it's a contribution ratio. But the conversion rate here is the number of users that completes a purchase on your website divided into the total number of users. So this is the main metric for the e-commerce that everyone knows. Conversion rate, you can always track and try to improve the numbers of conversion rate. Contribution ratio is the metric that we are using to represent the performance of Segmentify. So these are two completely different metrics, but sometimes it confuses our customers. And the second one is all our customers always asks, what can we do? For example, when we see a drop or a decrease in the performance, well, it's always a new we have always a new campaign to create on the Segmentify, and you can always find what you can do with Segmentify from the catalog screens, and you can, for example, choose a target KPI from here. Let's say you want to increase the number of conversion rate on your website. You can just select from here, and you can see the campaigns that helps you to increase the conversion rate of your website. So you can select a campaign from here and just go live with it, and you can create a new campaign that increase your conversion rate. There are a lot of metrics here that you can improve. Traffic, average order value is an important metric also. You can create campaigns that will increase the numbers of subscribers on your website. And so these are two. And I want to remind you that we will have a detailed catalog webinar, what you can do with the catalog, what are those campaigns means, and how can you improve your metrics on your website will be answered next week. So I'm not gonna deep dive into catalog right now, but these are the main two questions that I have always get from the customers.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I think we have covered most of the things. If we have time, I can also show you the settings part for
Of course, yeah.
account. When you logged into Segmentify panel, you will find your account settings from the settings menu under the account. You can see here, you can see the account settings, the user settings that you are logged into the panel, and you can see the invoices that you have for the Segmentify. You can track the invoices from here. You can also reach the integration guide of your of the Segmentify and the currency settings of your website, or you can find the synonym and typo definitions under the search and discovery settings. The most of the settings that we are using on the website is here. So, for example, feed. In the demo account, we don't have the feed, but I can show it from here. This is also one of our demo accounts. You can track the number of product, how many number of products read from the product feed, and what data we are reading from the product feed. You can check it from here also. And let's see, I think this is the things that I was planning to cover. So yes,